Hear that some senior police officers have pocketed 20 million meant for allowances and uniforms of police officers who are on Madaraka Day parade. 20 million shillings. I want to give an example of something similar to what happened, but it happened to us. If you Google map Nyundo, you'll find that it is a village that is 3 kilometers from Uganda, 3 kilometers from Turkana, and it is 3 kilometers inside West Pokot. Just at that corner there. It is 150 kilometers from Kapenguria. And when I talk of 150 kilometers, in distance it's like from Nairobi to Nakuru. But that being a remote area, it used to take 8 hours of drive from Kapenguria to that place. You reach a place, you stop the vehicle, people are alight, you push it. There are some places, there are some lagers where you have to offload people so that the vehicle passes and then you walk. That is that. We had such an occasion in 1984 during the Lotr operation. The official name was Operation Nyundo, but Pokot called it Lotr. Lotr because the sound of an helicopter come drrr, and also the machine gun. You know, they were being attacked for the first time by what do you call gunships, helicopter gunships. One of the pilots is the famous Werunga Simiyu. So we had that operation. At Nyundo, we had around 15. At maximum, we used to have 15 police officers. 9 were from the general duties, and there's around 6 from the administration police unit. That is how we were before the operation. Then the operation came. I want to tell you that people say that there is the straw that broke the camel's back. Christmas Day, 1983, Pokots attacked that police post, and that is the straw that broke the camel's back, and that is why the government ordered for a major operation called Operation Nyundo, or if you are a Pokot, called Lotr. Some people are saying, why is it that Ogola went to the banditry in the neighboring, actually it is the same county, but moving from Nyundo to Chesegon, where Ogola died, I told you, you'll take 8 hours of drive during that time. Nowadays things may be different. 8 hours drive from Nyundo to Kapenguria, then Kapenguria to Marich Pass, you take 4 hours. Those are 12. And then you take another 4 hours to go to Cheptulel, the airstrip that General Gola flew off last. So that is 8 up to Kapenguria, 16 hours of non-stop. If you are to stop somewhere for rest or anything, then it is more than 16. So, during the Lotri operation, we had Mulinge. Mulinge was the equivalent of Ogola during our time. So it is not news for the Chief of Defense Forces to go to the battlefield. I saw it. I was there. By then, Kaisere was a major. But anyway, let us talk about that operation, because even Kaisere, the late Simiyu Werunga was there. He was a pilot with the helicopters. At and we were at Nauyapong. So suddenly, the operation is declared. And I'm talking about the allowances being stolen. I told you that the APs were at most 6, and the GDs we were at most 9. So we used to fluctuate between 12 and 15, depending on leave, depending on sickness, depending on ABCD. Then suddenly, they brought in the Nakuru Police FC Football Club. Nakuru Police Football Club, they were brought in. They were constables and with one corporal. This one corporal was their coach. They used to respect him every time. They used to address him as coach. They brought a lot of people there from especially Nakuru. But what I noticed that those who came from Nakuru were usually those who had disciplinary issues. Because some were saying that, there's one who even shot himself. They were saying that Major alisema, enda West Pokot, ukufie huko. So, these Nakuru policemen came. We were forest police officers. We were now with Kenya Police. They were telling us how life is, how they can go around collecting money. They would say that we used to like the 50 shillings night out, one night. But they say that is a small amount. If I go around Mama Pima, Changa, Ronda. If I go to Ronda, in the evening I have 200. So we used to listen to them, and I used to also to listen to the footballers. Footballers would gang up somewhere and start talking about football. I remember them saying, ikifika kwa Abaluya Football Club, which today is called AFC, na Gor Mahia, if they come, to Nakuru, that one will be draw. So they used to talk that, and I listened to them. You know, they were number 2 in the provincial foot league, and they had assured the PPO that they would win and go to the Super League. Those days, Super League is what we now call Premier League. No, we have 2 leagues, Premier League and Super League. That is, Premier is the national first level, Super League was second level. But those days, there was no Premier, there was just Super League. When they failed, and they were told that if they succeed in winning and going to the Super League, they would be given a 3 months leave. 3 months leave. So that by the time the new league starts, they start working. But since they didn't succeed, the 3 months they were supposed to go on leave, they were brought to West Pokot. So we sat with them. I'm supposed to talk about allowances. So we stayed, and we were with the issue. Now we used to have 2 vehicles per month. Now we used to have 2 vehicles per day, and they brought us fresh food from Kapenguria. They brought us ration, military ration. So life was okay, and a place where you are at 12 to 19, now you find yourself to be around 60. So we were staying that way. Then it reached a time when APs were paid. Okay, APs were paid in total. APs were paid in total 4,500. Imagine somebody who's staying 20 meters from, whose tent is 20 meters from my tent, was paid a total of 4,500 on that time. Even today, 4,500 is not small, but 4,400 at that time translated to an average salary of a constable, because we had some constables like me used to be paid a lot, and there are some constables who are paid maybe 66% of what I was getting. So I'm saying an average constable at 4,500, that would translate to 7 or 7.5 months salary. That is how those few APs were paid. But you see, our pay used to come from the OCPD's office, and the AP's pay used to come from DC's office. So first of all, they were given some money, but they were assured that they were given some money when the operation was going on. So we didn't know when the operation would end or something. But at the end of the operation, they had been paid a total of 4,500. Then you see these police officers from Nakuru. Their salary was still in Nakuru, so they waited for allowances, and then after a month, they were given 2 weeks night out. 2 weeks, that is 14 days times 50 shillings, that is 700 shillings. They were given 700 shillings. So they said, what about the others? Because they counted the days that they arrived in West Pokot. Hey, acha nisikwambie. That is why they don't want to publish my book. What happened was that they were informed. 4 standing orders ilitolewa. They were told, when you go to a place where you don't work, you're supposed to go and book and book in a certain book to start claiming night out. Did you? No. And again, the first standing order says that you cannot get a night out for more than 14 days. How many days have you stayed there? 1 month or something. So, according to FSO, the other excessive days you will not be counted. Then we, GD from Nauyapong, said, and when are we getting hours? Hata hiyo kidogo, hatuwezi kata 700. By then my salary was 885. After deduction it was 815. So hata hiyo 700 sikatai. We were told, what does night out mean? Night out means you have gone for work where you don't stay out of your station. You are out of your station for over 24 hours. And have you left your station? First of all, mlikuwa wachache, sasa mmeongezewa nini. And you used to be given a military combo ratio food for 10 days per month. Now you are getting for 30 days. In fact, you are not even buying food because you are just eating those ration throughout. Okay, do this. Wanakuru, board your lorries. Go to Alale. They went to Alale. They said they were taken there. When they were taken there, bosses again came to us. Mlikuwa mnaringa sasa hata hiyo ration mlikuwa mnapata three cartons each for 10 days. Now every month you'll be getting one carton. Murudi vile mlikuwa mmenyeta sana. So we were never paid even a single cent. The GD who went to Alale now, every month they were being paid 2 weeks. The excess ilienda hivyo. And then from there, imagine the AP is getting 4,500 and you get nothing. I later joined the intelligence. And after joining the intelligence, I was taught how to write intelligence reports. This is IRs, and I was given access to files to read. And in the process, I came across files of how that money was shared, including the special branch officer, the district special branch officer. We did not have CID then. The CID then was in Kitale. It used to cover all the way to Lodwa. We didn't have CID in Kapenguria. The OCPD, the OCS. We used to have only one OCS throughout West Pokot. The OCPD, the deputy OCPD, the OCS, the special branch man, even the DC himself sat down and shared that money. I don't know who these police officers who took away the 20 million, but I can assure you that 1984, maybe that is the year they were born. Maybe that is the year they were born. So just like in religion they say, Satan during Jesus' time went through Judas Iscariot, isn't it? But Judas Iscariot died. So every generation, Satan has a person he goes through. And that generation, I've just mentioned those people who grabbed our money. And I'm also telling you that this generation, the kids who were, by then maybe they were in primary. Now they are the police bosses who took the 20 million in Bungoma. Need I say more? They say the more things change, the more things change, the more things remain the same. Kitu kama hiyo. Amaje na my friend.